A couple of days ago, PokeTips made a video on a leak that just happened where 26 new Mega Pokemon just got revealed. I was skeptical until I saw this. In the leak that PokeTips was covering, one of the Pokemon it described was Mega Victreebel. They only posted the descriptions, but Mega Victreebel said, Mega Victreebel's brown vine wraps around its mouth opening, tying it shut so it looks like a giant bulging pouch, tied off at a thin opening. The leaf arms are much smaller near the top of the bulging pouch. The leaf at the top stands up and is much bigger and spikier. That describes him perfectly. And this was written like months in advance. A similar thing happened to Mega Dragonite, but I didn't believe it then. Yes, the leaks described him perfectly, but that design for Mega Dragonite was pretty much not very original. So in this video, I'll be going through all of the Pokemon that were in the leak that PokeTips covered. It's just going to be the descriptions though. This will pretty much just be my reaction to PokeTips video. I'll put the original video in the description. So, without further ado, here we go! Okay, so the first Mega Pokemon on our list, outside of Mega Dragonite and Mega Victreebel, is Mega Clefable. The leak description for this one says, Mega Clefable is fairy flying. It has a pom-pom barrette shape that starts pink and becomes white towards the top. The pom-pom is also curly cute. It has enormous wings that stretch behind it and on the side, which are very simple, gradient from pink at the top to yellow at green at the bottom. Mega Clefable has ears that look like snubbles with brown tips. By the way, I think some of these descriptions either have a lot of typos or were put through Google Translate. Fairy flying kinda seems weird for Mega Clefable, but with its design it kinda makes sense. Pinkish, yellowish, greenish wings on a Clefable does kinda seem like a fairy flying type design. Okay, next on our list is Starmie, and this design does actually sound kind of goofy. It says, Mega Starmie won't change its typing, so it will remain Water Psychic, and apparently it will have longer legs that allow it to run around. It sounds goofy, but that's supposedly how it's going to be. The purple is more vibrant. That does actually sound very goofy. When I first heard of this design, I thought all of its legs would be longer, but then how would it run around? Is it just gonna be a bright purple Starmie with long human legs? I can't wait to see how they're going to pull this off, and I probably won't have to, cause the last two Mega Pokemon they announced were Kanto Pokemon. So in September, they'll probably reveal either Mega Starmie or Mega Clefable, and in October, before the game comes out, they'll probably reveal the other one. Okay, so Mega Meganium's design seems interesting. Mega Meganium has 4 poofy flowers around its neck so that you can't see its neck at all, only its head sticking out of the topmost flower. The flowers from head to body are red, dark pink, light pink, and white, with white highlights for the red and pink flowers, with red highlights for the white flower. The antennae are longer and have a loop near the top. It also gets fat, grassy fairy, and its longer legs flare like pants over the white claws/feet. This design for Mega Meganium seems very poofy. The only similarity it has to the one I created is the grass fairy type, I think. The Mega Evolution for Meganium I created was more like pretty and sleek. But this one seems more poofy and extravagant. I do like that the starter Pokemon are getting Mega Evolutions though. Mega Feraligatr actually doesn't sound goofy at all. This design is actually one of the cooler ones. Feraligatr is Water Dragon. It gains a giant red crocodile head that can stand up straight from the base of its neck and then flop down, revealing down to cover its head. It gains 3 red spikes on each of its arms and bigger yellow spikes on its back. So basically, it gets a red crocodile helmet and it just gets spikier. That sounds like the one I created, except without the giant crocodile head. But the colors of his head do change, so it might look something like the final project. The description for Mega Skarmory is very specific. On Mega Skarmory, everything becomes larger and pointier. Everything silver becomes bright gold. It has red eyes instead of white eyes. The horn on its head is longer. The top half of its beak is longer. Its wings have green-black instead of red underneath the gold. Its talons are very, very long and thin, like this. And then it shows a couple symbols to show you how they look. With darker talons underneath the bright gold ones, it looks sleek and dangerous, and is normally flying with its legs extended behind it. Those last 2 lanes kinda remind me of Mega Salamence. I mean, whenever Mega Salamence evolves, it never touches the ground. It's always flying. So just imagine this, except gold and black and green, and a steel type. And maybe longer legs. For some reason, they didn't leak any new Hoenn Megas, and they only did 1 Sinnoh Mega. But at least we get Mega Frostlass, so that's good. It says, Mega Frostlass is very tall and thin. The Oni horns on its head become very long and pointed with a curve. Its hair is long and flows down behind its head. The Yakuta has blue and purple lining at the base and star designs on it, with a white snow cloud shape coming out of the bottom. So, that's just grabbing Frostlass and stretching her out, with snow coming out of the bottom. Out of all the Pokemon that need Mega Evolutions, Frostlass isn't on that list. But hey, maybe they'll surprise us. Maybe Mega Frostlass will be really good. Okay, I'll admit, I totally thought Mega Emboar would be going in a whole other direction. But this description, it just does not line up with what I made. Mega Emboar is an ancient Chinese soldier. The fire around its head is much fancier and bigger. It has a black decoration sticking up behind its head. In one hand it holds a spear of full fire, pointed straight up and down. It's funny, cause this description seems like it gets more dignity. Well, my Mega Evolution I created gets a whole lot less. You know, I'm kinda glad that they have a lot of leaked Mega Evolutions for the Unova region, cause there weren't many Unova Pokemon with Mega Evolutions to begin with. I don't know if Excadrill was the best choice for a Mega Evolution though. His description says, Mega Excadrill has a silver plate on its chest and on its shoulders. Its head and arms each become a third of a big layered drill shape with an orange outside and silver inside. When it puts its arms forward so that the drills connect, you can't see its body behind the big drill shape. So, it goes from a Pokemon that turns into a giant drill to a Pokemon that turns into a giant drill. Mega Scrafty is one of the Pokemon that actually changes a lot. Mega Scrafty wears a white hoodie that covers its mohawk. The hoodie is open in the front, so it looks like the sleeves drape off its arms, and there's more fabric. Ribbons like more sleeves, draping off the back. Its pants are also white, with rips across the knees that you can see the orange skin through. An orange tail peeks through the pants now instead of being covered by them. This design is perfect for like a gangsta Pokemon. A white hoodie with ripped white jeans over a mohawk? That sounds so gangster. I just want you to know that these words aren't mine. They are from the leaker's post. Mega Scolipede is very cool. Starting where the neck rears up, the cements replace the red color with gray, keeping pink and black the same, with turquoise highlights. It looks like it is wearing gray plate armor over its body with turquoise pupils and lines across its segments and behind its eyes and extending up out of its horns. I already love Scolipede, and this is just making me love it even more. This design sounds so epic, and I really hope it's a real thing so I can use it. Okay, this design is very complicated and very specific, and I think there might be a couple typos in here, so just stay with me. Mega Electros is pure electric. It's very hard to describe. The body becomes a straight tube line of yellow dots going all the way from eyes to end. It curls back at the end so the tail, which is all white, leans forward back over the body tube. The two arms stand out straight at either side and have become thin connectors to more white tubes shaped like the body. Think Dynamo colors. The arms face forward and have no eyes, but have fins coming out the top and bottom with cogniculants in trons of the arm tubes nave recrinos like the tront o the body tube. Instead of a mouth, one arm has a gold plus set into a white background inside the red ring, and the other has a gold minus set into white background inside the red ring. It floats in the air. Wow, that is hard to describe. If Mega Chandelure ever does become a real Pokemon, I really hope they make a remake of the Pokemon Tournament, that's its name, and have Mega Chandelure in it. Mega Chandelure is a much fancier two-tier chandelier. Instead of having two light holders come out on the sides of the curly shapes, a single huge tall light comes out of the trunk of each of the 4 to 5 curly shapes on the top level of the chandelier. The bottom level has 8 spokes with smaller lights. The light coming out the top of its head has a kind of decorative crown shape surrounding it. Now this is an extremely fancy Mega Evolution. Hopefully it won't be too fancy to battle though, cause this seems like it would be amazing in a battle. And it would be intimidating if nothing else. I am so glad the Kalos starters are finally getting Mega Evolutions, cause like Poketips said, they deserve it. They just stood by and watched all the other starter Pokemon get Mega Evolutions, except them, when Mega Evolution was introduced in the same game as them. Mega Chestnut's description says, Mega Chestnut now wears a crown, gains orange elements, and replaces the spikes on its back with shields, enhancing its regal and defensive appearance. It also has additional spikes on its arms, and its cape is very fur textured, red and splits in two behind its legs. This Mega Evolution sounds very good. It doesn't sound like too much, it sounds like just enough. Mega Chestnut is one of my favorite Kalos Pokemon, so it's nice to see that he'll be getting a good Mega Evolution. I've started Pokemon Y over a lot, and I usually choose either Chestnut or Greninja, so I've never chose Delphox before. I have crushed a lot of Delphox though, and Delphox getting a new Mega Evolution will not hinder me. Mega Delphox hovers while standing on her broom, emphasizing her enchanting, witch-like aesthetic, and features 2 additional floating brooms on either side, each broom ending with flames instead of sticks. So Mega Delphox will be riding a broom like a witch, with 2 other flaming broomsticks alongside her. That sounds pretty much how I think a Mega Delphox would look. Mega Greninja sounds very Gigantamax. It'll all make sense after you read the description. Mega Greninja hangs upside down from a huge shuriken, sporting a slightly darker palette, reinforcing its stealthy ninja vibe, closely matching its in-game appearance. In Pokemon Sword and Shield, whenever Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon all got Gigantamax forms, all their items that they used got way bigger. Gigantamax Rillaboom got a giant drum set, Gigantamax Cinderace got a giant fireball, and Mega Greninja gets a giant water shuriken. This Mega Pyroar is the most Mega Pyroar description I could possibly think of. Mega Pyroar will have a much taller mane, with its design heavily focused on emphasizing its majestic hair. It looks like the mane will be the central feature, giving it an even more regal and imposing presence. Mega Pyroar hair look like whatever that is. So its hair just gets bigger. That seems about right for a fire normal type. Mega Eternal Floette is going to be very weird since it isn't a fully evolved Pokemon. Maybe it will end up to be a separate Pokemon altogether and just look like a Floette. For Mega Eternal Floette, the flower gets much bigger. Its lower body becomes a red tail that curls up to become the stem to the huge flower, which has thin loops / hollow parts. So it just connects to the flower. Since Eternal Floette can Mega Evolve and regular Floette can't, I guess that does mean Eternal Floette is a separate Pokemon. I always liked Malamar because it had a really cool ability called Contrary, and you could catch Inkay at the beginning of the game. So since it's getting a Mega Evolution, hopefully it will keep the same ability, if they're gonna have abilities in Pokemon ZA at all. Mega Malamar is very thin with a rainbow body ending in a single white part at the bottom, with very thin tentacles. It is hard to describe better. Good. I like short descriptions like this and not big, long, complicated ones like for Electros. Okay, Mega Barbaracle is my favorite concept for a Mega Evolution. If this guy gets a Mega Evolution, he will be at the front of my party at all times. Mega Barbaracle is rock fighting. The brown becomes black. The thick limbs are much thinner. The hand face is in a rock-on pose. Middle two fingers bent at horn loint. Outer two Facina Unai Olac spikes come out of both the upper and lower icebergs. The upper iceberg has many, 8 to 10, thin tentacle arms coming out of it at many angles. Instead of 4 finger hands, the limbs have all black 3-finger claws surrounding the eyes. This will be an actual rock type. All the arms coming out of it will look like it's at a rock concert. Dragalge is one of the few poison types the Kalos region actually has, so I hope they don't mess up this Mega Evolution. Mega Dragalge has 2 antlers, which form trident shapes. The middle spoke of the trident are purple-pink orbs. Its head shape extends to trail off behind it in 3 long and wide pieces on each side, pink on the top with purple undersides. The kelp limbs are longer and more spindly. This doesn't sound like anything too big. It will just be in a different shape. It will be basically the Mega Charizard Y of Charizard, except with Dragalge. Hawlucha is a Pokemon that I really like, and this Mega Evolution is gonna make me like him even more. Mega Hawlucha wears a black, gold highlights wrestling mask with yellow feathers around its neck and gold, black highlights neck piece. The mask eyes are white and cover its eyes completely, so there are no pupils. The orange feathers on its head are longer, and the crotch feathers get gold trim like the leg boots have. The eyes sound just like the eyes to the Mega Emboar I made, which makes me love him more automatically. Flying Press is his signature move, and I heard it was flying type, but also fighting. So if they do a special animation for it in the new way of battling in Pokemon ZA with his Mega Evolution, that would be absolutely epic. Mega Zygarde's Mega Evolution sounds very story-based, like it's gonna have something to do with the story a lot. Mega Zygarde looks most like Zygarde Complete, but below the Zygarde Complete black armor surrounding the head neck, it becomes unarmored with a completely green body with white hexagon patterns. There are black and white hexagon plates at the knees. It holds a big weapon above the head. This is related to the story, which I do not think it is fun to spoil. So, the way they're describing it, this is gonna look kinda like Shiny Zygarde. And the weapon above his head, if that's the ultimate weapon, that means it's a Mega Stone itself. And if the ultimate weapon's in it, that means we do get to go to other places besides Lumio City. Okay, after all the fantasizing and romanticizing, we get one new Alola Mega Pokemon. And it's Drampa, which is good, I think. Mega Drampa turns the white cumulus clouds into storm clouds. All the white is black and gray. The 4 cloud bits on its head curve up instead of drooping down. Its eyebrows look like this. It has Viking horns and a long black goatee. It has claws raised to strike, coming out of the storm clouds around its body. This design sounds cool. It's no Mega Incineroar, but it's still cool. I do wonder if it will be getting the electric type though, since it has storm clouds. Last but not least, we have Mega Phalanx. Our one Galar Mega Evolution, but I really hope it's a good one. Mega Phalanx appears inspired by a Voltron concept. It consists of 5 phalanx joining together to form a single powerful entity. In this combined form, one arm transforms into a sword while the other becomes a shield. Mega Phalanx is a Voltron with 5 phalanx. One arm is a sword and another is shield. They only have one Pokemon, Mega Evolving from Pokemon Sword and Shield, but it sums up Pokemon Sword and Shield very good. One of them literally becomes a sword and the other a shield. That sounds so cool. Every Pokemon Sword and Shield fan is gonna go nuts for this one, cause it's the only one they can go nuts for. It's the only Galarian one. All of these Mega Evolutions sound so cool, and I really hope they're real, but I have a feeling we're not seeing all of them. I have a feeling there are a few that haven't been leaked yet. Cause we all know there's going to be a Mega Mewtwo Z and a Mega Charizard Z. We just don't know what they look like yet. And what about Xerneas and Yveltal? There's Mega Zygarde, but nothing for Xerneas and Yveltal. They're a huge part of the Kalos games. What do you think about this video? What are your favorite Mega Evolutions that got leaked? And what Mega Evolutions didn't get leaked that you wanted to see? Let me know down in the comments. And also, make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in our next video. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye bye!